Hey everybody, I'm Todd and this is sweetTguitars. Thank you so much for stopping by the channel and welcome to my life. I had full intentions of releasing my next build video for the 7 of 9 build this morning. I got down here Friday night. I did a bunch of sanding. I sanded all the finish off the body because I was unhappy with that glue line that I had at the back where the top meets the mahogany and the maple. Well, I sanded all the finish off and I started thinking, why not turn this into a complete Sweet Tea original? It's for my buddy. He wants a custom guitar. I was kind of keeping this telly-like. But once I sanded all that finish off, and this was at about 11 o'clock Saturday night, I decided that once I got all the finish sanded off that I would sleep on it, get up Saturday morning, edit video up until about noon, come down here and decide what I was going to do to this guitar. So I started thinking about doing a carve. I had that glue line issue right back here where the feather was. Well, you guys can see where I'm at now, and this is no longer a telly. What I've done is I've carved this top so it's got a hard edge. I'm going to roll that over a little bit so it's not so hard and it can be comfortable while you're playing it. But I've taken a good bit of material off the side as well. I ramped this down. I did this little cut right here in both spots. I've got a little bit more work to do on that to get that cleaned up. But I am so happy that I have done this, you guys. This has turned this into a complete Sweet Tea original guitar. Anyway, when I got down here Saturday night, I worked until about midnight Saturday night, getting this carve done, which was last night. I just kept going on it. I was filming and everything was going really great. I got my footage back up to the house last night to dump it over to the computer to get this edit done to try and release this video today. I had 54 gigabytes of footage on that SD card. Come to find out, the SD card was corrupt. I did everything I could possibly do to get that footage back because it showed all my carving work, all the sanding, which I know you guys didn't really want to see the sanding anyway. But it did show how I got to this point. And basically all I did was drew a line around the top. I chiseled it out. I started sanding on this by hand. I took my spindle sander and cut this radius into the back, which, like I said, I've got some more work I want to do on that. But that forward slant, which I love anyway, those of you guys who visit the channel frequently, you know that I am a forward slant guy. I like an offset guitar. The one thing I'm not happy with at this point is how far this horn comes out. I think that throws the perspective of the guitar off. I think I need to shorten this down a little bit, possibly thin it out. You guys, on a guitar body, a 6mm cut can make all the difference in the world. So I'm only really talking about getting this point lower than this point. I want it to have the whole guitar to have that slant like that. You know, it doesn't have to be that much. I only need to take about 6 to 8 millimeters off of this lower horn here, and we'll achieve that. But I didn't have time to get all this done, get the staining done and everything, and get a video released today. So what I've decided to do, I'm going to go up to the house, edit this video right here that I'm shooting right now, release this to YouTube, letting you guys know where I'm at on this build. But I wanted to apologize for not getting a build video released this morning. I've been trying to do that every week. I've got about 17 minutes worth of video edited already, up until the point where I was getting ready to sand all the finish off on this guitar when I discovered that I was not going to be able to get rid of that glue line. So what we'll do is start back from this point. I'll put an explanation in the video as to what happened to the footage, and you guys will at least get to see the final process of me shaping this body like I want it, getting the sides sanded, and we'll restain this top with that gold and honey, amber, and brown. I'm not going to use dark brown this time. I'm going to use brown, but I'm either going to dilute the Angelus dark brown so it's not quite so dark, or I'll just use the Crimson Stunning Stain, the Stunning Spirit Stain brown, and we'll use that for our dark outside edge. I'll do somewhat of a burst on the back too, but we're going to go brown to honey, and that's all we're going to do, or brown to gold. I've tested it, and the honey and the gold are real close to each other on the mahogany. The honey's a little darker than the gold when it hits the ash and the maple. So I'll make that decision before we go any further on it. I'm honestly glad this happened, you guys. I'm never happy about making a mistake or about knowing that I should have done something a little differently. So I wanted to tell you guys what I think would be the fix for this, so I can get some feedback from you guys to let me know what I can do about this in the future. I tried getting rid of that glue line with acetone. I tried it with water. I tried sanding it in every grit you can possibly think of to try and get that feather smooth. And I got it smooth, but it still showed a little bit of that glue line on it. That glue line basically turned black when I went over it with that dark brown. It was so dark and different from the area surrounding that glue line that there was no possible way I was going to let that go. It's just not acceptable. Even though I'm glad that it allowed me to explore and end up at this shape, I'm never happy when a mistake happens. The build video, I will post that Tuesday or Wednesday. I'll get this guitar up to the point where I've at least got a top coat rubbed on it. I have ordered some new product that I'm really excited about trying in the oil range, and it is Nordic Danish oil. If I do not get the gloss level I want out of this, now normally Danish oil gives you a nice satin semi-gloss sheen if you buff it really good, and this is really high quality stuff right here. I got this on Amazon. It's Nordic Danish oil. They make all kinds of different oils and furniture cleaners and things like that, but this stuff's made in Denmark. I think I paid $25 for this, which is a really good price for high quality finishing oil. And I'm going to try that on this guitar. Worst case scenario, I've read the ingredients, and it will be compatible with the Osmo Gloss hard wax oil if I decide that that's not going to give me a glossy enough surface. I'll go back and start top coating this thing with Osmo if I don't get a good gloss out of that. I know I can trust Osmo, but that Nordic oil is a little bit more affordable. A 750 milliliter can of Osmo Pollux oil is about $69 on Amazon. So it's more than double the cost of the Danish oil. I'm still going to use Osmo in this shop, but I'm wanting to find something that I can use as either a sealer coat or as an option to Osmo if I don't want to use something that's really heavily impregnated with wax. So I'm working my way towards a standard here at sweetT. Again, this video for the 7 of 9 will be released Tuesday or Wednesday of this week. I hope to have this guitar with at least one coat of oil on it by then. You guys will get to see what the stain's going to look like on it. And I've already started the neck carve as well, which is right here. I've got a couple of facets cut into this neck. I'm going to stain this neck. We're going to finish it just like we finished the body. But that video is coming Tuesday or Wednesday. I hope you guys have a great Sunday afternoon. Thank you once again for stopping by the channel. If you haven't, please hit that subscribe button. Leave me a couple of comments on what you think about this new body shape or anything else I got going on the channel here. And as always, you guys, until the next video, peace and love.